Welcome back to another episode of Uncropped. Today we're going to be talking with Dylan again. Welcome back.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking about a film that we made called The Last Stream. We'll be right back. We're going to go watch this. We'll be right back with our thoughts. Okay, we're back. We just watched the film.
It is difficult to watch.
It is terrifying to watch, especially me being the actor. It's my second acting in, I think, as many months. It's fine. And it was my first acting with words, and it was such a dramatic film. It is terrifying. Even me, I know the exact, the outcome of the story, all that kind of stuff. It's just, I hate watching it. Dylan's the same way. I know you were talking about that.
I'm into horror. I've done some bloody films. I've done some really effed up films. This is probably the darkest film I've ever written.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And I know a lot of the films that you've written. Back to the film itself. I personally hate the second shot. How overdramatic I was with getting the pills in my mouth. Really flung my arm up. So if I could change that, that would have been
that
my
could have been better. Hey, you're no theater major. It's all good.
Yeah. I will say, there is a room 310 plug. Because I was literally shot in room 310. So you saw that on the door. You saw it next to the door. So that was kind of fun to notice that. I was like, oh my god, wait, that's awesome. So where did this idea come from you, Dylan? I know you wrote this.
It's something I thought about one night. I said, you know what? I'm writing a film about a guy who's going to say goodbye. He's doing one last stream. Something's going to get him. You don't know what. It's kind of like Hide and Sleep. I actually made it before Hide and Sleep.
Oh, wait, we made this before Hide and Sleep?
Yeah.
I thought it was after.
It was before.
Okay, then I lied. This is my first role. Last episode when we talked about Hide and Sleep was my second role.
Yes. In that case, though, Mike said he wanted to be in it. You sold it very convincingly. So props to you. It's probably one of the darkest films I've written. I've said that before.
Or seen.
He's taking these pills. He's talking about how this thing just keeps following him. He says, it's time to say goodbye. I give up. I surrender. I can't do it anymore. The one scene that just kills me is, I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Every time I watch it, that makes me choke up. Just that one part.
How did I write this?
I don't know. My thing is, this is a true story.
My favorite line, though, it's an itch I can't scratch.
Oh my god, yeah. I remember that. The weird story about this, and I think only a couple people really know this story, but the story is, when we posted the film, we didn't have any title card or anything at the beginning. Nobody knew what was going on until the credits at the end, really, but you kind of could tell that it was a film. It was different shots and stuff, but when my grandparents watched it, and he said he was genuinely scared. He had no clue that it was a film and that it was all fiction until the credits rolled. That's 3.5 minutes of being scared shitless. I mean, if I'm honest, I was scared shitless while filming it because I had to say this stuff. I obviously don't feel that way. I never had to experience something like that, but having to put yourself into that mentality and position, it's scary because I don't know, some people really do get into that mentality as humans and they go through it. It's part of the acting of where if you get into that mentality, you have to make sure you're able to get out of it after the scene.
And for one thing you did, you really sold it, so...
I don't know how.
I don't know the process of making this film. Well, I can't understand it. I sat down on my computer. I said, I have this idea. Typed it all out. Mike, want to be in it? Yes, he's in it. I wrote it for you, actually.
Really?
Because I knew you could do it.
Oh my god. I didn't know I could do it.
I'm your hero. I'm just kidding.
So,
but,
this film,
God.
I never want to make anything like it again. I mean, there are probably some scenes in River's Edge that may get not as dark as this, but somewhat dark like this. But not nearly as bad as that. Like, that is absolutely insane. Yeah, if I'm honest, we had to turn off the video after a minute and a half. We just hated watching it so much. Like, we were supposed to watch our films back before this, but we literally stopped after a minute and a half because we couldn't handle it.
I showed it to some of my coworkers. They started crying.
Really?
Like, oh my god! Like, how could you do this, Dylan?
And the other person who helped us on the film, like, the ending is like getting captured by a hand, because it's supposed to like represent the
his demons have gotten him.
The inner demon or whatever, and that part is scary too. Like that person that helped us out, it was insane.
Basically, the film it's a metaphor for drug addiction, but also mental health.
Yeah.
And at the end, he couldn't beat his demons, so they got him. That's the last shot of the empty pill bottle.
Yeah.
Which, actually, funny, that shot wasn't planned, really. I was like, shit, we need an ending.
Yeah.
So I did it on my phone.
I'm pretty sure, like, we had already edited everything. We were like, shit, we need an ending.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I gotta shoot it real quick. So we did it.
And also, yes, it's not as cinematic as some of our later films, but I also like it because as he's talking to the camera, it's amateur. It's supposed to be a guy who just set up his camera.
It's literally supposed to be like a live stream.
Yep.
My thing is, I think this was looking at the fact that now, like, thinking about it, this was before Hide and Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I think this really influenced a lot of our cinematography for Hide and Sleep, and we really learned from it.
Yes.
Because as good of a film as this was, which it was a great film, we really learned a lot from it to be able to make Hide and Sleep. But again, I would never want to make it again. I would never want to watch it again. I never want to make it. I hate it.
I don't think I could have done this. I don't think either of us believed we could do this.
Yeah, I mean, if it was someone else acting the role, I'd probably be able to handle it more. But since it's me, like, me saying that stuff, oh, God, that's something completely different. Like, because you hate hearing yourself say dark stuff like that as much as you know it's in acting and know it's not true. It's scary to hear yourself say those things.
Yes. But thank you for doing it, Mike. You did it.
Well, that was a short one. It was a really tough one to reflect on.
One thing I want to say,
Yeah.
though, the ending credits, the song, it's called In the End by Tommy
Kinda
Prophet. So, my God. I think that's a question. How did we do this?
I don't know.
I don't know either. And again, this was one...
I would never be able to make this today.
This is one thing we shot in... We shot it in maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours-ish. Actually, you did some on your phone, too. So this is my T5i, but Mike's iPhone.
And your phone, your old phone.
Yes, my phone. My wonderful Android 1080p Android
Wonderful.
phone. But, it took a few days to edit, though. I think about, 2-3 days?
Yeah, I honestly think we were going to try to edit in one sitting, but I think we genuinely couldn't.
No.
I needed to take a break while editing, I think. Because it was stressful.
Yes.
So...
But I'll say, Mike, you did it. How? I don't know.
I don't know
But you
either.
get a lot of credit. I don't think I could make a film like this again.
Yeah, I don't want to. Well... That's all we got for that film. It was a shorter episode this time because there was not as much to cover. That's all we got. So we will see you next time on Uncropped. I don't know what film we're talking about next, but Uncropped will be back with another episode, whether it be a collaborative film or a film that I made on my own. So, thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Enzo, you need to be our theme music from now on.
Yes, I will.